What's the guys we look at here? And as I do every year, we have FIFA 18 rating predictions, and we're starting off with the Premier League. So I've selected 10 players from some of the biggest clubs, and I'm going to predict what ratings they get, so let's get straight into it. Not sure if you can see me properly, I had literally no time to do this. I haven't recorded all week because I've been busy, so I wanted to get this video out Friday before I went off and recorded my 5-a-side video. So I couldn't set up my lighting, so I'm sorry if you can't see me, but we're starting off with Romelu Lukaku. He's obviously changed to Man U now. But the striker last season scored 25 goals and got 6 assists in 38 games, and that was with Everton, a team with all respect to him, not the best players around them. And with better players around him, he can surely only get better. So I've upgraded him from an 84 to an 86. I gave his pace +1, shooting +3, passing +1, dribbling +2, his defending stays the same, and his physical +2. That's a pretty sick card, and obviously he's already got off to a good start at United, hasn't he? Scored in the Manchester derby this morning at 3 AM, and scored the winner against Real Salt Lake in our friendly before that. Next up is Harry Kane. Again, he was 84 rated, but I've put him up to 87 rated, because he has won the Golden Boot for a third season in a row, I believe. I gave his pace +1, shooting +4, passing +2, dribbling +3, kept his defending the same, physical +2. He got 35 goals and 7 assists in 37 games. If he only could do that in the Euros, England might have a chance. At the Tottenham striker, and surely the best in the Premier League and one of the best in the world at the minute, an 87 rated is definitely what he deserves. You put him on the pitch, he'll score pretty much every single time. I'd love it if we had him, but he's at Tottenham. In fact, he's still quite young, and he is still doing stuff like this. So Harry Kane, fair play. Next up is Wayne Rooney, and it hurts that he now has an Everton badge instead of a Man U badge in his left, but I've took him down by 3 ratings, and if you look at his stats, 8 goals, 8 assists in 25 games from Cam, that's 16 involvements in 25 games, some of off the bench. That actually is a pretty good record. The performances just weren't there, and considering the name Rooney lives up to, it's just not the same. So I've took his pace down by 2, shooting down by 2, passing down by 3, dribbling down by 3, defended by 1 and physical by 1. Other than pace, his card doesn't actually look too bad, so that's something. But Rooney's just not the player he used to be, and I do hope he does find his form again at Everton, because I do love Rooney still, despite him leaving.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
Next up is the worst signing in the Premier League this season, in my opinion, Klaudia. He got 33 saves in 22 games. That's shit. He nearly had more games than saves. So he went 7 consecutive games without making the save, and all the shots that went in the net. He started FIFA as an 85 rated, but I've took him down by 4 to an 81 rated. Keeping only 5 clean sheets for a team like Man City is horrendous. So I've gone diving -3, handling -3, kicking -3, reflexes -6, speed -1, and positioning -2, and he deserves it. He was awful. How can you go from 85 rated Barcelona star to this awful Man City player who they've even replaced with Edison? Next up is Alexis Sanchez. Arsenal have been looking for a striker their whole life, it seems, but they put Sanchez up front and it paid off. 30 goals and 13 assists in 47 games. He did play some games at left wings, an amazing record, and in my opinion, he is maybe even the best player in the Premier League. He started off as an 87 left wing, he did get upgraded to an 88 striker, but I've put him up by 2 to an 89 rated position change striker with pace +1, shooting +4, passing +1, dribbling +1, defending +1, and physical +4. Sanchez has had another astonishing season. If Arsenal can keep hold of him, it will really help and they'll have a solid team. But he looks like he could be off to Man City or Bayern Munich, and he should be. He should be at a bigger club than Arsenal. He's one of the world's best. Next up is, in my opinion, the best defender of last season, Cesar Azpilicueta. 38 games, he only managed 1 goal, but we don't care about goals. He did get 16 clean sheets, play every minute of Chelsea's title-winning season. I put him up from an 84 to 85 and changed his card to centre-back, so this card's a bit rapey. Pace +1, his shooting, passing, dribbling stayed the same, but defending +1 and physical +2. He had a 6 season, was highly underrated. I think he's better than Azpilicueta. Better than David Luiz and better than Cahill, and he was their best centre-back. Next up is Liverpool's Sadio Mane. What a season he had. He did prove me wrong. With 5 assists and 13 goals in 28 games. That's 18 goals in 28 games with a team like Liverpool, no offence. That's pretty good. So I put him up by 2 to 84 rated with pace staying the same, his shooting +2, passing +2, dribbling +2, kept his defending the same, and physical +1 to an 84 rated card. The card looks pretty sick. He was sick this FIFA. He deserves it. He had a 6 season. Kante, a +5 upgrade when he had 2 goals and 1 assist in 39 games. That doesn't excuse the fact that he was the best player in the Prem last season and got the PFA Player of the Year to prove it. I've his pace up by 1, shooting by 1, passing by 4, dribbling by 4, defending by 3, and physical by 2. And Kante, literally the best player in the Prem last season, and he'd walk into any team in world football and probably single-handedly help him win the league. He was at Leicester, a team like Leicester, they won the league. He left for Chelsea, they won the league, and that is no coincidence. He is honestly a world-class player in his own way, and imagine having him in your team. You'd love it. He does not stop fucking running and he wins everything from midfield. A player like Kante is essential to every team. Next up is the world record signing Paul Pogba. In 49 games he got 9 goals and 5 assists, and performance wise, considering how deep he was actually pretty good. But he did not live up to that £80 million price tag, so I've downgraded him from an 88 to 87. He might even stay the same. He did actually have a good season if you just actually watch him and stop hopping on the bandwagon. But I've kept his pace, shooting, defending and physical the same. We took his passing down by 2 and his dribbling by 1. It's only slight changes to the card because he wasn't that bad. He was actually really good for us and one of our best players. And if he can do that this season in a more attacking role and get a few more goals, people will start to appreciate that and he will start to be known as world class, which he is. He was world class last season and he ran a lot of games from midfield. Finish it off with the British most expensive goalkeeper now, Jordan Pickford, has left Sunderland, who got relegated to join Everton. I gave him a +6 upgrade with diving +4, handling +2, kicking +3, reflexes +7, speed +2 and positioning +4. He only got 4 clean sheets in 31 games, but Sunderland's defence you can't blame him, but 146 saves, one of the most in the Prem, is pretty sick. He definitely should be called up for England. Like Butland, Heaton and Pickford are our best goalkeepers right now, so Joe Hart. An astonishing season for Pickford, the only bit of light in Sunderland's poor season, other than Jermaine Defoe and I suppose Bradley Lowry. But he was literally one of their only good players last season. He kept them in some games even if their defence was shite. If you've enjoyed this video, drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here. The League of BBVA is up next, so any ratings you want me to predict, leave them in the comments below and I will do them. If you agree with them, let me know. If you think I'm being a mong, also let me know in the comments and say what you'd do different. So thank you guys for watching. See ya.